Imagine a cold winter day in Russia. A loud train arrives at the station. A beautiful woman steps out into the snow. She meets a handsome soldier. Their eyes meet, and in that 1 second, their lives change forever. But this love story is very dangerous.
Welcome to a new episode of our podcast about the best novels in the world.
Today, we are telling the amazing story of a very famous book, Anna Karenina.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you.
Anna Karenina is a masterpiece by the great Russian writer Leo Tolstoy. It is a very big book, but today we will focus purely on the exciting events. We will tell you a story about secret love, rich families, difficult choices, and a heartbreaking end.
I am ready for this story. Let us start from the beginning. Who is Anna Karenina? Where does she live, and what is her life like?
Anna Karenina is a very beautiful and elegant woman. She lives in a big city in Russia called St. Petersburg. She is married to a man named Alexei Karenin. He is an important government worker. He is much older than Anna. He is a very cold and serious man. He cares a lot about his work and what people think of him. He does not show much love. But Anna has a young son named Seryozha. She loves her son more than anything in the world. He is her whole life.
So she has a cold husband, but a son she loves very much. She sounds like a good mother. Why do things change for her? Everything changes when Anna travels to another city, Moscow. She goes there to help her brother. Her brother is having big problems with his wife, and Anna wants to help them make peace. After she fixes her brother's marriage, she goes to the train station to go back home. The train station. This is a very important place in the story, right? What happens there? Yes, the train station is where the magic and the tragedy begin. While Anna is at the station, she meets a young, handsome cavalry officer. His name is Count Vronsky. He is rich, charming, and very popular. When Vronsky looks at Anna, he falls in love with her immediately. But something terrible happens at that exact moment. A poor railway worker falls under the train and dies. Anna is very scared. She says this is a bad sign for the future. Oh, that is very scary. A death at the same time they meet? It feels like dark magic. Does Vronsky forget about her after she leaves?
No, not at all. Before Anna leaves Moscow, there is a big, beautiful dance party called a ball. At the ball, Vronsky cannot take his eyes off Anna. He only wants to dance with her. There is a young, sweet girl named Kitty who loves Vronsky, but Vronsky ignores Kitty completely. He only looks at Anna. Kitty is heartbroken. Anna feels a little guilty, but she also feels a new, exciting fire in her heart. She takes the train back to her cold husband in St. Petersburg, hoping to run away from these feelings.
But Vronsky is a soldier. He does not give up easily, right? Does he follow her?
Exactly. Vronsky takes the same train. During the journey, the train stops in the middle of a bad snowstorm. Anna steps outside to get some fresh air. Suddenly, in the cold wind and snow, Vronsky appears. He tells her that he is following her because he must be where she is. He tells her he loves her. Anna tries to say no, but inside, she is very happy.
Wow, a confession in the snow! So, they are back in St. Petersburg. What happens next? Do they start a relationship?
Yes, they try to hide it at first, but their love is too strong. They start a secret relationship. Vronsky follows her everywhere. In the rich society of St. Petersburg, people love to talk. Soon, everyone is gossiping about Anna and Vronsky.
What about her husband, Karenin? Does he know? How does he react to the gossip?
Karenin is a very proud man. He notices the gossip, but he does not care about Anna's feelings. He only cares about his public image. He tells Anna, "You must hide your feelings. You must act like a good wife in public. Do not make me look like a fool." He does not ask her if she is sad or happy. He just wants her to follow the rules.
That is so cold. He cares more about his image than his wife. What makes the secret finally come out into the light?
There is a big horse race. Vronsky is riding a beautiful horse in the race. Anna and her husband are watching from the top seats. During the race, Vronsky makes a mistake and his horse falls hard. Vronsky is thrown to the ground. When Anna sees this, she screams very loudly and starts crying in front of everyone. Her husband is very angry and embarrassed.
Oh no, she showed her true feelings to the whole city. What does she do?
On the carriage ride home, Karenin is furious. He tells her behavior was unacceptable. Anna cannot hide it anymore. She looks at her husband and says, "I listen to you, but I am thinking of him. I love him. I am his." She finally tells the truth.
That is a very brave but dangerous moment. What is Karenin's punishment for her?
His punishment is very cruel. Anna asks for a divorce so she can be with Vronsky. But Karenina refuses. He wants to punish her. He tells her, "If you leave me, I will keep our son, Seryozha. You will never see your son again." This breaks Anna's heart into a million pieces.
That is the worst punishment for a mother. Before we continue with Anna's tragedy, I want to ask about another story in the book. You mentioned a young girl named Kitty who was heartbroken by Vronsky. What happens to her?
This is a very important part of the book. Tolstoy gives us a different kind of story to compare with Anna. There is a man named Levin. Levin is a good, honest man who lives in the country. He does not like the fake city life. He loves nature and hard work. Levin loves Kitty very much. At first, Kitty says no to Levin because she wants Vronsky. But after Vronsky leaves her, Kitty gets very sick from sadness.
Poor Kitty. Does she ever realize that Levin is a better man?
Yes, she does. She goes to Europe to recover, and she learns how to be a good, simple person. Later, Levin asks her to marry him again. This time, she says yes! They get married and move to Levin's farm. Their life is not perfect, but it is real. They work hard, they build a family, and they find true, quiet happiness. Their story is full of light, while Anna's story goes into the darkness.
That is a beautiful contrast. The simple, honest love versus the dangerous, forbidden love. So, let us go back to the dark story. What happens to Anna after her husband threatens to take her son?
Things get very complicated. Anna is pregnant with Vronsky's baby. When she gives birth to a baby girl, Anna gets very, very sick. The doctors think she is going to die. On her deathbed, she asks her husband to come. She begs him to forgive her and forgive Vronsky. Karenina actually cries and forgives them both.
Wow, a moment of peace. What does Vronsky do when the husband forgives him?
Vronsky feels so much shame and guilt that he takes a gun and tries to shoot himself in the heart. He misses. He survives. And surprisingly, Anna survives the sickness too.
So they are all alive? Do they stay together like a big happy family?
No, Anna cannot live with her cold husband anymore, even if he forgave her. She makes the hardest choice of her life. She leaves her son, Seryozha, with her husband. She takes her new baby girl and runs away to Italy with Vronsky.
She left her beloved son behind? That must be terrible for her. Do she and Vronsky find happiness in Italy?
At first, yes. They travel, they look at art, and they are free. But they are also very bored. They have no friends, and Vronsky misses his work as a soldier. So they decide to go back to Russia. And this is when the real nightmare begins.
Why is it a nightmare? They are back home, right?
Because society is very unfair. The rules are different for men and women. When they return, society accepts Vronsky. He is invited to parties and clubs, but society completely rejects Anna. No one will talk to her. Her friends ignore her. She is locked inside her house, totally alone.
That is so unfair. And what about her son? Does she try to see him?
Yes, this is the saddest scene in the whole book. On Seryozha's birthday, Anna sneaks into her old house early in the morning. She finds her son in his bed. They hug and cry. Seryozha tells her, "I knew you were not dead." But then the cold husband walks in. Anna has to run away, leaving her weeping son behind forever.
That breaks my heart. How does Anna survive this pain?
She doesn't. The pain destroys her mind. Because society rejects her and she lost her son, she only has Vronsky left. She becomes crazy with jealousy. She thinks Vronsky is going to leave her for another woman. They fight every day. She starts taking a strong medicine to help her sleep, but it only makes her mind darker.
She is losing everything. How does the story end for her?
One day, after a terrible fight, Vronsky leaves the house to visit his mother. Anna feels completely empty. She feels that love is a lie and life is just pain. She puts on her coat and goes to the train station, the same place where they first met.
Oh no, the train station. What does she do?
She watches the heavy iron wheels of the train rolling on the tracks. She remembers the poor worker who died on the day she met Vronsky. In a moment of total darkness and despair, she throws herself onto the tracks, right under the moving train. And that is the end of Anna Karenina.
Wow, that is incredibly sad. She lost her son, her friends, her peace of mind, and finally, her life.
Yes, it is a very powerful tragedy. Tolstoy shows us that passion can be like a fire. It can keep you warm, but if you do not control it, it will burn your whole house down. At the same time, we have Levin and Kitty, who show us that true happiness comes from simple, honest living.
What a fantastic story, and what a deep lesson.
Thank you so much for sharing this story. It is truly a masterpiece.
You are welcome. I hope everyone reads the book. It is a story you will never forget.
And that's all for today's episode. Thank you for listening to our podcast. We hope you enjoyed learning about this great book. Join us next time for another exciting stories. Goodbye.
Goodbye.